Pontiac, cars built with a feel for the road. Pontiac, we build excitement. Sears, where you'll find great value. There's more for your life at Sears. And by the people of AT&T Communications.
All these years.
In the air this fall on CBS Sports. Next Saturday, the best college football continues. You'll see Jack Trudeau and Illinois take on Heisman candidate Keith Byers and second-ranked Ohio State. Or number 3 Washington against Stanford. Next Sunday, kick off with the NFL Today. Herb Cross will visit with the Cowboys' Danny White. Then sit back for a doubleheader featuring the Dallas Cowboys against the Washington Redskins. When you look for champions, you look to CBS Sports.
Welcome back to New York, and Irv, I'll tell you, Walter Payton is holding up his end of the bargain. I don't know about the Cubs a little bit later today.
He's playing an exciting football. You know, Ditka told me earlier in the week, he said, I hope Wally gets that 67 yards on the first run.
Well, he will. First run of the second half, right? Let's take everybody to the scoreboard. If you are watching, of course, you know. More importantly for the Bears, they lead the New Orleans Saints 13-7. This was the most in running down toward the end of the second quarter. On his second effort to go airborne, it was Walter Payton on into the end zone. And now the Bears lead at the end of the first half by a count of 13-7. Washington and Indianapolis. Joe Theismann had only 4 touchdown passes coming into that game. And Irv, already he has thrown 3 to Art Monk, 10, 47, and 16.
You know, the Redskin coaching staff told me that Art Monk could be a major factor today. That's one reason why. He can get up high, a 10-yard pass reception from
Chicago, especially Northwestern fans, as you watch Theismann with his 3rd touchdown pass to Art Monk. Now, Chris Hinton, the all-pro offensive lineman, has suffered a broken leg with the Colts in that game. We do not know whether it means the whole season or just 5 or 6 weeks. But again, Hinton is out. He has suffered a broken leg. The Jets in Kansas City, this is one of the field goal battles today. The Jets lead at 10-9. They are at the half there. Philadelphia and Buffalo, Ron Jaworski has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Tony Woodruff for 15 yards and Vito Cabb with the other one.
I tell you, Woodruff is a guy who's been around a little while for the Eagles. He was drafted in the 9th round out of 82. In 82, has been injury reserve for a couple of years. There goes Greg Bell, number 1 draft choice out of Notre Dame for Buffalo. A lot of concern about injuries because he's injured so much in college. But here's the throw from Jaworski to Woodruff. Great concentration here. Of course, the defensive back slipped down, 15-yard touchdown. Jaworski coming back again this time to Vito Cabb, the tight end, for a 4-yard reception. The Eagles are on the scoreboard and have things well under control.
All right, it is 14-10. New England and Cleveland, another field goal battle going on here. The Browns lead at 9-3. They are at the half. Minnesota and Tampa Bay, you might have figured a little more defense in this game, but they're tied at 21 in the second quarter. Denver has just scored again. They lead the Detroit Lions 21-7. The thing to remember about Denver is, generally speaking, on an artificial carpet, they are not nearly as tough as they are at home in Denver on grass. So the Lions are in the midst of a horrible season, and you'd have to wonder about the future of Monty Clark. Miami and Pittsburgh, Dan Marino, 2 more touchdown passes. That is 17 for the year. He's hit Hardy, he's hit Rose, and the Dolphins are running it up now on the Steelers in the second quarter. St. Louis and Dallas, the Cardinals leading here. The count is 14-10. Neil Lomax struck first. The Cardinals generally do against the Cowboys. He'll go to Doug Marsh, his talented tight end, and the Cardinals led it by 7. Now, watch here. Stump Mitchell takes it. He's the short man, and he's stuffed right there. Short of the first down, Tony Dorsey within a tie. But Stump Mitchell said, I'm coming back at you, Cowboys, and here he is, battling his way into the end zone off the right side. And now the Cardinals lead the Cowboys 14-10 second quarter. NFL Today continues on CBS after these messages from your local stations.
Monday on Scarecrow and Mrs. King, a pleasure trip turns to a mission of murder.
What am I going to tell Mother?
Told her you were tied up.
And then...
I just want to have a baby. Fatherless child you've always wanted.
the season premiere of the Emmy-winning Kate and Allie.
Finally, a chance to use my nut cups.
Then, live from Nashville, it's the hottest ticket in country as Kenny Rogers hosts the exciting 18th Annual Country Music Association Awards. Join Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Anne Murray, and 30 more of your favorite stars. Y'all don't miss it. Monday.
This is CBS.
In a time of advanced technology and luxury cars, the 1985 Oldsmobile 98 Regency Brougham is the epitome of road management. Independent suspension on all 4 wheels keeps one oblivious to road conditions. The new multi-port fuel-injected power system assures spirited response. This is the luxury of precise performance.
There is a special feeling.
Perfect timing.
In the world of business, getting to the top isn't easy. And how you present yourself and your ideas determines just how far you go. At Hart, Schaffner & Marks, we make quality suits of rich, luxurious, pure wool. And the men who wear them have learned one thing. The right suit may not help you get ahead, but the wrong suit can certainly hold you back. Hart, Schaffner & Marks, the right suit, made of the world's best pure wool, at the right store.
It's a busy world we live in. It can take your breath away. When the going isn't easy, there's an easy going way.
Welcome to TWA, to a business class with more space and comfort, to a flight with more from each of us to you.
So relax and catch the feeling. Take off and get away. You're gonna like us, TWA.
Morris and Ditka review the game tonight at 10.
The old radio comedian Fred Allen, he once observed that the U.S. continent tilts and everything that isn't nailed in place slides to Southern California. Now, Californians don't agree with that, of course, but let's face it. As we saw again last week when the Rams played the Giants, strange things do happen out there in the land of sunshine.
Everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love L.A.
But Randy Newman's sunshine can do strange things in the land of Southern California. A.J. Jones forgets that this is a free ball. Touchdown, Giants.
Them letting us take the opening kickoff for a touchdown, I thought it was going to be our day because of that.
But it was hardly the Giants' day. Bill Sims had to eat the ball in the end zone for a safety. 1 of 3 scored against the Giants in the third quarter, an NFL record.
I hate L.A.
The New York kicker, Ali Haji Sheikh, he had a bad day. 2 missed extra points and a missed field goal. What do you think of L.A.?
I hate it.
For Ivory Sully, who blocked this punt, well, nothing was going wrong for him.
What can I say except for it was another perfect day in L.A.? When it's your team, you think it's skill. When it's the other guy, you think it's luck.
Talk about the ultimate home field advantage. Have the goalpost tilt.
It wasn't in the script. It wasn't supposed to happen, but I'd say 1,000,000 to 1.
But what did happen to those goalposts? Why did they tilt? To find out, we rounded up the usual L.A. suspects. You start at Caltech where they measure earthquakes. Were they the culprits?
We did not record any earthquakes on Sunday afternoon that could have caused damage in the LA area, including knocking over a goalpost.
Well, then, if it's not the earthquakes, it has to be the Los Angeles smog.
Smog was not a problem. Smog could not have knocked over the goalpost.
Then what did happen? Why did these goalposts suddenly collapse in Anaheim?
The goalpost went down when the net caught on the east end of the goalpost, and the fellow holding the rope there yanked on it, and the post went down on the east side.
The Balkans now are very uneasy about going into Anaheim. They have never beaten the Rams out west.
I don't like to go out there.
I love L.A.
We love it! We love it!
Irv, you played out there. How'd you like the sunshine with the Rams?
We loved it. I tell you, we love to get cold weather teams out there in December, particularly Green Bay.
Fred Allen also said that it was a great climate if you were an Orange. Send you back now to the stadium and the game you're enjoying here on CBS.
Back at Soldier Field in Chicago, the Bears lead the New Orleans Saints 13-7. Walter Payton needs 3 more yards to set the new all-time career rushing record ahead of the great Jim Brown. There will be...
What more could we ask of you? To be any more eager to help? Readier to show some affection? Or prove your devotion?
for all you do, this Bud's for you. Honda, makers of the new Civic CRX HF. And by Wang. Wang puts people in front of computers.
Walter Payton returns to the field for the start of the second half at Soldier Field in Chicago. He needs just 3 more yards to break the record. He rolled up 64 yards in the first half as the Bears took a 13-7 lead over New Orleans. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris here at Soldier Field for this historic afternoon. The Bears are going to receive the football, Johnny, so it would appear that Walter Payton will probably get his chance on the very first play from scrimmage.
I would imagine 1 or 2 carries ought to put him over the hump. But as far as the rushing is concerned, the Saints have had the rushing game. They rushed for 122 yards in the first half, and that's the first time any team has really had that kind of consistency on the ground against the Chicago Bear defense. As you know, the score is 13-7. If they continue to run like that, the Saints are going to be in this football game, and we're just about set for the second half kickoff as Walter Payton's going to get his chance.
All right, Morton Anderson kicks it off for the Saints. They're defending to our right. Dennis Gentry takes it deep in the end zone. That wind continuing to blow with some considerable force from right to left here at Soldier Field. And the kickers are enjoying kicking in that direction. Anderson with another long kickoff. And so the Bears have first down from their own 20-yard line. And history should be made in the next play or two. Walter Payton needing just 3 more yards to break the record. And I know he will be relieved that it's over. He's tired of answering all of the questions. His main concern, as always, is winning football games. And for the rest of the Bear team and the coaching staff, finally they'll be able to concentrate only on that. Listen to the crowd. I formation, Suey in front of him. Payton. No. I mean, were they waiting for him or what? Look at that. 7 or 8 white jerseys around Walter Payton.
I think the Saints are aware of this record, too, because maybe there's a New Orleans Saint defensive player that wants to be a part of this history. He made the tackle on the run that Walter Payton set the NFL record, so they all want to get in on that, too.
Kovach and Whitney Paul. He needs 2 more yards. And there's Mama and his wife, Connie, his son, Jarrett, in anticipation. 2nd and 9. Payton. He's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Payton has just set a new National Football League career rushing record.
His mother, this is Payton, his wife, Connie, his high school football coach.
Well, Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris at Soldier Field, where history was made on a 2nd and 9, a pitch out to Payton going left.
It wasn't what you call a spectacular run, 4 or 5 yards, but it was enough to put him over the hump as Payton leaps forward, gets the record, and it's the day he'll remember for a long time, and I think every NFL fan, when you stop to think that you have rushed for over 12,000 yards, you put that into a couple of miles.
Well, Johnny Dennis wins the